Hello, all Gemini. Welcome to your Lovescope for what remains of September. Welcome to my channel, The Brayzen Lady. If you are new, extra welcome. If you've been here before, nice to see you again. Well, this is part two to the first video that I put out. I wanted to get a little bit more detailed and also give enough time to actually give you a better reading, knowing that my camera would cut off. And it will cut off again for this one as well. I'm very sure of it. But at least I want to get all the information doing this voiceover first. And then that way, if it does cut off during the actual tarot card reading, well, at least you have the information. Remember, these tarot cards, when we, as psychics, clairvoyants, mediums, whoever and whatever is your oracle form, when we do these readings, the cards are simply illustrations, okay? It's just like a book. The book itself, the words is more important than the pictures, but if you can't read, then the pictures become more important than the words. And it's the same thing with the cards. We show you cards, it allows you to see what we already know as the readers, what we already feel, what we have already detected, what we have already heard, especially if you hear audible voices. So don't get too caught up in the cards themselves. Be more in tune with the words and what the information is being presented to you. So with that being said, initially what the energy I was trying to tap into was your own energy, Gemini, suns, moons, risings, and Venuses out there. And the feeling that I got was, you have been calling the shots a lot lately in this relationship that you have, Gemini. You are the leader in this partnership, and everything goes through you first. You have been pretty fair and balanced in your approach to exerting your leadership and your authority and your way. You've been pretty fair with it. You haven't been a tyrant, but still very firm in what you met out the way that you want things done. You've been pretty firm in it in this relationship. Your partner, on the other hand, hasn't been too combative with you. It's more of a passive way, a passive aggressive way of dealing with your leadership style and how you exert your authority in this relationship. And they've been really going with the flow, and they've been following your lead. With most things, of course, and really trying to understand your plight, your emotional current, like why you feel the way you feel and think the way you think and act the way you act. And they did something in the past, and it's a general reading, so it could be anything, but they did something in the past, I feel it, that has them feeling guilty. They're really seeking to move past these hurts, from what happened in the past. And they really want to move past the hurt feelings. And of course, this could go the other way. It could have been you who have done something to them and has caused it to be a very emotional time in the relationship for the both of you. But I'm feeling more so it was them and an action that they done so in the past. And whether it's you or them, both of you guys are seeking some sort of agreement, some sort of forgiveness between the two, whether it's receiving forgiveness or giving forgiveness for what has been done in the past. And that's one of the important steps, to removing those blockages in your relationship, which has caused it to become stagnant. And stagnant is the closest thing to death, and that's no bueno. So it's more of, how can we get our relationship going again? How can we get ourselves back on the same page and with the same mind and same focus as we once had? the next thing that came to my mind is, well, if you want to get the passion back, then usually what people do is they think back on what united the two of you together, what brought the two of you guys together and made you attracted to this person and them attracted to you, Gemini. And it may have been how compassionate they are, how loving and thoughtful, type of people that they are. Um, your partner most likely is someone with great business sense, um, like a store owner or an entrepreneur or just something of that sort. They're just a very wise and intelligent person, very about their business, very about, what they are passionate about. They're very focused in on that. And, you know, they're simplistic, but not like simple minded people. They're just, how, sometimes simple is better, type of thing. They might give off that type of vibe where they can make anything look sophisticated, but even though it's very simply done, it's not over the top and gaudy. They may be charming, and even their stability of mind may have been very attractive to you. Their, you know, of course, financial stability is always attractive in some sort of way. If you're good with money, and Geminis are not known to be that great with money. And it's for various reasons. It's not because you guys are like, just like to squander everything. It's just you just don't value material things the way other people might. And so money just kind of just, here you go. And so your partner may be very, very good with money, very financially secure and stable and balanced in their thinking. Whatever it is that most likely attracted you to them, it's reminiscing upon that will help bring you two back together. For a lot of you, it was because of how open this person is, yet they still maintained a level of mysteriousness about them, Sometimes, you can be open and talk a lot, but still withhold certain information, which keeps the mystery going. And so that might have been really attractive about them to you. And most likely you guys met either in school, on the job, or in some type of like creative setting, like a community project or a work event, like a work holiday party type thing. Whatever it is, it was something, I say, schoolistic. I don't know. Just a professional setting and whatever it is. You guys most likely met that way, so you got to see them in their like in their natural environment. Like they feel really good at what they do, and they shine. When they are, in that mode, in that work mode, and you took note of it. You guys might even have a special look that you guys share. You know how you have someone that you're really specially connected with, and you see them across the room, and you guys make eye contact, and it's like you communicated telepathically, like you had a whole conversation with your eyes, and it's just like, yeah, I know you peeped that, like that type of I don't know. That's most likely what sparked it for the two of you. It was something that sparked it that needs to be sparked again. And you can easily spark it again, Gemini. It's not hard for you, my dear. Think back on what initially brought you two together. This person most likely brought you out of your shell that you were once in, that you encased yourself in for protection, and they brought you out safely and, allowed you to feel free to express yourself once again. And they may have even exposed you to certain things, to certain knowledge and experiences that you probably didn't have before coming into contact with this person. I don't feel like it's a bad thing going on in between the two of you, I feel like you two can make it work. But it's going to take work to go back and to think upon what brought you two together. And don't leave it at sex, okay? Don't let it stay at sex. You can add that to the list, but don't leave it at sex, okay? And I don't think it'd be a big deal about the sexual part with you, Gemini. Once again, you guys are very intelligent people. Air signs are all intelligent folks. We have, a thing about the mental, got to bring some type of mental intelligence to the relationship in order to attract air signs. And for you, I'm sure this person connected with you on a mental level. Is someone calling me right now? I'm sorry, Gemini. Give me 1 second, boo. Okay, I'm back. You know how you get a phone call from someone that you weren't expecting and you get so excited, makes you so happy. Life. Anyways, where was I? So yeah, you mentally, on the mental plane, if someone attracts you, um, you may most likely be attracted to their mentality, their intelligence, and how expressive they are, while still they maintain a level of mysteriousness about themselves that makes you want to like really get to know them, really investigate them. It's very alluring to you how they are able to maintain um, that privacy, that mysteriousness about them while still being open. Also, there possibly was a spiritual connection between the two of you. They may have introduced you to some sort of magic, sorcery, some type of spiritual system that you weren't privy to before, and it has opened you up to that world as well. So there could be a whole slew of reasons why you guys initially came together and united together. And as long as you can bring that back to the relationship, of course it needs to evolve. We all must evolve and grow, but sometimes we have to, go back, retrieve some things, and then bring it on along with us. Right now, you may be in a state of uncertainty about the relationship and where it's headed. You don't want to look like a fool hanging on to someone who doesn't want you or who isn't adding to your existence. They're not adding anything to your life. You don't want that. But then again, like I said before, sometimes relationships get to a stagnant point and it's, the fork in the road type of thing where you have to decide, can I make it work or is this something I need to leave behind? I don't feel that for the majority of you. Some of you will decide, look, this ain't gonna work. I can't move past this and I need to let you go. But I feel for the majority of you that you will be finding ways and gaining clarity on the situation so that you may make the right decision moving forward and be able to make this relationship work. Some of you are deciding to end the relationship due to infidelity. I did see that in the cards. There definitely was an issue of infidelity, possibly in the pregnancy outside of the relationship. That's only for a small majority of you, but still, it was something that shattered the trust in the relationship, and it's something really hard to get past. Most of you all are taking the path of least resistance and hoping that, okay, I can find a way to mend this relationship and that I have to forgive the past and really start working on the here and now as you mend the relationship. And there is hope. Okay, if you're doing this, if you're saying I want to make it work, there is hope for the two of you. But it's only if you can unite your differences in harmony. Okay, it's okay to be two different people with two different ways of doing things, but if you can unite that differences and make it work harmoniously in the relationship, it can work. It can work. All right, y'all. Until the next time, keep trailblazing on. I love you all. Peace.